I have to say the report summary talked about clear and prompt action, but we do need to acknowledge that it will not be quick. And I just wanted to touch on the experience that we had yesterday. I am the chair of the All-Party Parliamentary Group for PANS Panda, a paediatric condition. Have I mentioned I'm running the London Marathon for them a week on Sunday? But we did have one of the young people who came in for the round table in advance of a backbench business debate we're hoping to have in a few weeks' time. It's really important that we heard directly from those young people in terms of their experience of their condition. And one of them had used a wheelchair. And as part of the day, my fantastic team here in Westminster, Catherine and Claudia, had incorporated a tour into their experience. And the reality is that one young person in a wheelchair had a completely different experience from everybody else. There's no access to St Stephen's Hall or the top of the Westminster steps. It meant that she couldn't see part of the tour. The accessible lift route is really small. The young person yesterday had one of those quite mobile wheelchairs, but I've been doing bus journeys in my constituency recently with wheelchair users, and I mean the technology is advancing significantly and the space and access needed is not. And then just very simple things like the carpet outside the accessible lift is really deep pile. It makes it really difficult to move things. And I have to say, in terms of the evidence that we heard as a committee, the evidence that we heard from people working here on the estate was pretty arresting in terms of the difficulties they had. The clerk who is no longer able to progress in his career because he cannot sit at the desk there in front of you, Madam Deputy Speaker, and therefore his development opportunities are restricted. The member of staff for an MP who started on the Speaker's internship, which is a way of getting people from different backgrounds into Parliament, who described that the internship lasted 12 months. He was fortunate to go and work for the same MP afterwards. It took 15 months for the nearest wheelchair-accessible toilet to be accessible to him because he couldn't open the door before that point. That was shameful for us to hear as a committee, and it shows that we have so much more to do. And I think it's important we remember Parliament is a place of work and it's a place of democracy. And when we do consider the R&R proposals, I agree with the Shadow Leader, we need to keep accessibility at the forefront, regardless of what our overall opinions on R&R might be.